Hello, welcome back to the woods. And welcome back to an update for November 23. That's right, so this is a little update on a couple of things that are going to be happening on the channel and also over on my Etsy shop. That's right, the Greencraft Shop. A couple of new items that I want to introduce you to and an old favourite. So the first item that we are going to be talking about is an old favourite that is coming back into the shop fairly soon. I've just ordered all the fabrics in and I've also done a couple of little minor tweaks to the design. This is it. It's the guide haversack, and essentially it's a not too big a bag. It's designed for guides, not girl guides, field guides, those type of things to fit in. So it's quite narrow, quite compact, and it also allows you to carry a few other items. You've got a large flap that covers the top to help to keep the contents dry, and it's got one of those roll over tops, a bit like the old pockets on a windproof smock. When you open it up, you've got these mesh pockets on the front so that you can fit in stuff in there that you want to get hold of. So it will take a Mora knife, it will take an open L saw, you can fit your first aid kit, etc. in there. And then in the top, opening it up, you've got your main compartment. Again, not too big. This is designed to carry those essentials. And this design, we bought that a few years back and it proved very, very popular, and I use mine all the time. It's super useful. What changes have I made? I know this is what you're going to want to know. Well, it's this. What we've done is I've put on a 2-inch wide strap, which, as you can see, top quality 2-inch wide polypropylene webbing, and it does make a huge difference. It's adjustable. There is a tri-glide buckle on there that you can see, so you can make it longer or shorter depending on your need. And it makes a great bag for once you're in camp. It makes a great bag for just going out on a little day walk, just for grabbing those few essentials where you don't need to carry a lot. I also use mine if I'm going into town, etc. It's small, light, and it carries the essentials. So that is item number one. So the next item is this one. You probably spotted it in my haversack when I opened it up, but this may be familiar to some of you. It looks like my old cuts kit. Well, that's where the idea came from, my original cuts kit, and I used it and it was great, and we sold lots and I had lots of very good feedback on it. People liked the features, the fact that it was a nice bright colour, so it's easy to find. Also, you could use it, you can hang it up in the woods as some sort of a marker if you need to, particularly this time of year where there's a lot of vegetation, a lot of green. Sometimes you need that marker to find your way back to camp. It's also got a piece of reflective tape on there, makes it easier to find in the dark, and again if you're using it as a marker in the dark. Now, while the other one was very useful, it was just the right size, it carried a good amount of kit but not too much, so it was something you could literally stick in your pocket, forget you had it until you actually need it. This one, slightly different. If you hold it so that the reflective tape is towards you, take the other loop and pull it down, it opens up. And what you've got in there are two compartments, both with open tops, so that you can keep your gear in there, but when you need it, you can open it up and see what you've got. Now, when I originally came up with the idea, I thought, yep, easy, no problem to do at all. But it took a bit of refining and tweaking, and this is my one that I've been using for about the last 3 months. This is the third version, and each time I've tweaked it and refined it until I've got it to a point that I'm actually happy with. As you can see, well, I keep all sorts of gear in mine. I've got tweezers, a lighter, a needle and thread, a small pair of scissors, a whistle, a little mini flashlight, a £20 note, a Fresnel lens, a load of dressings, tapes, etc., all in a package that is only that big. It's pretty much the same size as your wallet, and it's designed just to fit away in that pocket. You can carry it with you, and you've got all of those items with you when you need them. and those are going to be available in the shop very, very shortly. Now, the reason I sounded a little bit vague on that is because I'm not actually making this batch. I've actually got somebody on board who I'm happy with. They can make stuff to a really, really good standard. She is an absolute perfectionist. She has got it all very, very much in hand. I tried a couple of other people. They maybe weren't quite as good. They weren't doing the work to the standard that I wanted. This lady has really got it all in hand. She takes her time, but I can give her a batch of stuff. She gets it done, and the work is very, very neat and tidy, which I thought that's probably what you are looking for. So the next bit, well, it's not a new product, at least not yet. What I want is a bit of advice from you, okay, my customers, my viewers, etc. I've been looking for a little bit of a color change, a bit of a change. I've got a couple of newish products that I want to bring out, and I want them to look different. And the first thing I want to ask you is, what do you think of this webbing, this brown color? Because what I'm thinking is my EDC light pouches from here in, I'm thinking perhaps the brown rather than the black. It almost looks a little bit like leather. It's got that British tan sort of color to it, and I think it looks really, really good. So in the description box down below, let me know what you think, because if you're happy with that, then I think I might go with that. As I said, there's a couple of other products that are going to be coming out that are new, and I will introduce you to those in time. They're still in the tweaking phase. I've done them, made them up, not sure about them. Now got to look at how easy they are to produce or not. And if I'm happy with them, then you guys will be the first to hear about it. Now, when these and the cuts kits go out, I'm anticipating there might be a bit of a rush. We're going to be making up much bigger quantities now of stuff, but I still think there is going to be a bit of a rush for these items. If you want to guarantee that you are going to get to the head of the queue, what you need to do is get yourself over to my Patreon page. There is a link down below, and become a patron, because they will be offered these items, the cuts kit and the haversacks, and any of the other new items that are coming out in the next few weeks first. They also get a bit of a discount on there as well. So head over to Patreon and look me up over there, Greencraft. The link is in that description box down below. Now, the next item that I want to promote, well, it's not one of mine. It's something for somebody else. It's actually from my brother, because a while ago, I was out on a job, and we had to set up a parachute like we normally do. And because we're mobile and we travel to our clients, what we tend to do is set the parachute up on site. And to do that, well, all you need is a parachute and a throw line like this. The problem with throw lines is you need something to actually put on the end of it to throw. And what I've got is one of these. And the client on this particular job was like, "Ooh, where did you get that?" Well, actually, my brother makes them. And what we've got here is a 2-inch steel ball bearing wrapped in a monkey's fist. And then onto that, he then puts a little link so that you can put a throw line of your choice on. And he's made them for me, he's made them for himself, and he's made them for friends. And I said, why don't you set yourself up a little Etsy shop? Which is exactly what he's done. And it's called Green Lion, and there will be a link in that description box down below. If you want to get one of these, if you have a need for it, if you work in the woods and you need to be able to put throw lines up from time to time, and that could be for putting a parachute up, it could be for putting a washing line up, or just throwing a higher line up if you're putting up a group top. These are a real game changer, because it allows you to accurately put a line up. Also, it's a nice bright colour so that you don't lose it in the leaf litter, and all in all, it's a great little bit of kit. So pop over, follow that link down in the description box to Leon's shop over on Etsy. So there you go, kettle's boiled. It's time for me to stop for a brew. If you enjoyed this video, then remember, hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. In the description box down below, you will find those links that I said about. So the ones to my Etsy shop, the Greencraft Shop, is also links over there to my social media, both Instagram and Facebook. Patreon as well, if you want to get ahead of the queue, pop over there and check out becoming a patron. Also have a little look for Leon's, the link to Leon's Etsy shop, where you can buy one of those super useful weighted monkey's fists. I think that's everything. I've been Neil, and until next time, stay safe in the woods.